So wait, what does the shirt say?
Gutter monk.
Why gutter monk?
You know, gutter punk. I'm a gutter monk. I'm not a gutter punk. I'm a gutter monk. The Boston Food Not Bomb Stand was much different because, I mean, there was the scene, but it was much smaller, and there were hippies, there were older people. I was also connected to, like, I lived in a lot of these kind of like rooming houses, you know? That's where I was living when I met the kids. But they weren't as bad as some of these places downtown, like on Old Town. They actually had, there weren't bugs in them, or there was like a lot of laws and rules. But I guess there's stuff like that on the other side, away from Old Town here. Like the St. Francis, I think, is probably pretty taken care of and a little bit subsidized, maybe, I'm guessing. The stuff away from, but they're expensive. They're like $400 a month, $500 a month. But so it was a different scene. So I knew people from there, and then I knew, like, I'm an ex-mental patient, and I used to go to this drop-in center that was like run by clients, run whatever you want to call them, consumers, clients, ex-patients. There was no, like, they were staff. They would get paid, but it was too stressful for me. I would just go there and hang out and help. I try to be a good presence. Now Xenia, the homeless wanderer, she wandered homelessly home. They say that Xenia wandered. Center. I knew a lot of different people, and it was community. And then I come out here, and sometimes I make fun of it here. It was like, you know, you got the styly kids and the crusty kids. I didn't even understand the difference between a lot of the music. It was either too much for me, or it was too like sweet sounding pop, you know.
Right.
But the kids were nice to me here. Yeah, I started living at these houses, and a lot of people say, "How could you live?" There was like squalor. That was part of it, you know. But there was actually a very, very good feeling to a lot of it. It was positive. I played music with Joe. Living flame of love. Can't go all of the sun. Living a nut house or two, a warehouse or three, warehouse. Shock shop. What the hell is a shock shop anyway? A long time ago, a kid found himself in a nut house or two, a warehouse or three. It's too painful a story to tell. And in a lot of ways, I'm still back there. In a lot of ways, I'm still back there. I mean, who really understands what in heaven's name is going on here anyway? What is crazy anyway? You who have never been confused, cast the first stone. A nut house or two. So long ago, a long time ago. So many nice kids and elderly too, so long ago, long time ago. So many nice kids and elderly too. A warehouse or three, warehouse, shock shop. What the hell is a shock shop, anyways? They are journals, even though they're not like traditional journals, you know, where I like write about necessarily about what's going on. Although I did try that with a lot of stuff. I still have some of it over there, but I feel more like it's a journal. Maybe it's like the tarot in a way, you know, like the things going on inside. Maybe not like necessarily what's going on right out there, but just, you know, I don't know a lot of things. I say I'm full of shit again because I don't know, you know. I don't know a lot of things if it's my own therapy. And I started the opposite. Instead of coming out, I started going in. I would use oil. I don't know, even vegetable oil, whatever, on top of the acrylics, and just kind of like rub in. I was trying to go in instead of build up. I visited all these different places. I've gone through periods where I've tried to go back. I want some connection with the ancients, you know. No more. I'm proud of myself. Like, quitting smoking. I haven't gone to mass in 2 years or something like that. You know, I'm proud. I'm very proud of it because the grotto. Oh my God, that was the worst place to go to mass. Oh my God, it was so crowded. I had this guy yell at me to go get communion or something because it was so crowded, and I don't know. I got like a little anxiety. It was like merging traffic or something, you know, like this, and I didn't know. Like this guy, like the usher, he's like, go. Like this. So I can go to the grotto and I can just sit there, you know, not during mass time. Just me and the Filipino ladies and the Mexican ladies, they're like just sitting there with them, very nice. They're very pious. Now Xenia, the homeless wanderer, she wandered homelessly home. They say that Xenia wandered the path of the holy. It smells so nice when you do this too. It smells so nice. I'm trying to block it from getting his record here. Well, I can wipe it.
Where'd the moss come from? Just from the
It's
woods?
all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you start looking at the tarot cards, it's kind of like, I can't do drugs, so it's like I get high, like just looking at the tarot cards. But when I'm out there noticing the moss, you don't notice it. But when you're looking at it and looking for it, oh my God, it's like everywhere, all different kinds. Lichen too. There's tons of it. Just, I didn't go far at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually not staged at all because this is the first time. This needs to be done. This needs to be done, so it's good you're having me do this. It's something I have to make a point to do every day, you know? At first I was doing it several times a day, and then now it's like, you know, once a day I gotta remember. Living flame of love. Can't go. Reason without seeming uncertain of its imitation. It's so often that love or insight, sudden poetry goes through the inner self world. A library out of food and drink, yes, and a cigarette words these ends. Another out of reaching process. A dream shifting pier. More or less alone and paranormal. Flame embodies something or ocean knotted alternately, legion and dream. So this you tell gladly, exiled comic, with tears from the camera, and carefully placed fingers and palms upon love, or shipwrecked again, time clocked in rings. The Russian Orthodox icon Christ whistles from his place on the carpet, hung high on the hotel wall. Of places spoken in special blends, a cup of coffee beneath the staring eyes of the Russian Jesus, and a cigarette words, these ends unfinished. Living flame of love. Can't go. We should take that out, huh?
What? Yeah.
You know, separate entrance, all to,
What are you? This is your wish list?
all to myself basement to do art and music in. No roommate. That's if anybody out there, you know. I can only pay $275 a month. That's the most I can pay.
Why
But maybe somebody
$275?
rich. Well, I get a check, you know. Oh, she's doing it again. It's better when I didn't know that you were doing it. But now Xenia, the homeless wanderer, she wandered homelessly home. They say that Xenia wandered the path of the holy.